I'm gonna be honest. So I've had 6. Well, first of all, let me just say, drink responsibly, and if you do plan on drinking, I recommend just never drinking at all. Let me just say that first for YouTube purposes. Number 2 is I've drank 6 twisted teas, the glass bottle kind, and 5 pale ales, and this is number 6 right here, and then I'll have 12 altogether, and an entire whiskey glass of moonshine, no ice, just an entire glass was what I started with, and then I drink the beers. And so I might be a little more on the goofy side than I have in a long time. I think out of all of my drink days that I've ever had, I feel like maybe this might be most. I know the first time I ever drank, trust me, that's the furthest I've ever been gone. I don't think I'm that far gone. But I mean, like, oh my goodness, did the things happen? Now, before we continue, I got to the settlement where I died at the end of the last video, and we're back there. I'm going to have another one of these Lunchable pizzas. I had 3 Lunchables, and 2 of them are the pizza ones, surprisingly. And we're going to have another one, because I need to eat something a little more. I'm trying to make sure I eat a decent amount, because I don't want to accidentally hurt myself. Because if you do plan on drinking, this is how you got to do it. You got to make sure you eat first, and then after every so much that you drink, make sure to eat a little bit. Make sure to drink some water too. Make sure that you're good, because you don't want to hurt yourself, and it's very easy to hurt yourself if you're drinking and you drink too much. You don't want to get alcohol poisoning. You don't want any of that. And I'm not trying to teach you how to drink to like encourage it or anything like that. I'm just trying to say to stay healthy and to stay safe about those means that could happen. And I'm just giving you the fair warning, because I am drinking during this, and I just want everyone to know that I'm not trying to just be like, don't drink responsibly. I'm not trying to say any nonsense like that. Okay, but this pizza's different. You know why? It has 2 different cheeses, no sausage. No pepperoni. Which kind of upsets me, because the other one gave me enough pepperoni that I honestly would have been good on having pepperoni for these 2. Because each one got 3 pieces. I could have had 2 pieces on one and then 1 piece on this or something. But 2 different kinds of cheeses, I guess it'll be good enough. It'll be good enough. I got 1 last beer to go, and I'm probably done drinking, and I need to really just grind this game out, because I would love to beat this game on this drink cycle, on my drink cycle, because I feel like with Skyrim, what happened is I took a nap in the middle of it. I slept, and it kind of made me feel like I had a double drink day, because after my nap I drank some more. This game here, I would like to 100% beat before the end of this drink day, however that may be. Am I recording? I am recording already. That's interesting. It's a little bit of a messy pizza like this. It's just, yeah, that. A huge mess on my desk, but good thing I'm not using my keyboard. Are we going to start this episode, or am I going to say fool around and be drunk and eat pizzas? But, I'm going to be honest. I don't know if it seems like it or not, because I can talk pretty clearly when I drink. But I am absolutely drunk as drunk gets. Like 100% confirmed right now. Like, it doesn't get any more drunk than this. Like, the next stage is I just black out. Now, let me just reiterate that. Never push yourself to that limit. But what I mean is, like, I got 1 more beer to go. Alright, full glass of moonshine. 1 of these glasses right here. As you can see, I have pretty big hands. This holds quite a bit. Whole glass of that of moonshine and 12 beers. But, I'm still going pretty good. Although I feel like I've drank more in hard liquor before, but these beers keep me in the daisy feeling versus if I drink hard liquor, I get this daisy feeling and then I sober up, which is weird. So beer kind of keeps me in that weird buzzy feeling. I might chow down some of these, multiple of these. And all these episodes are just going to be lazy like this. I'm sorry. I mean, this is pretty much close to the end. This might be the halfway point or the end. But yeah, if you haven't caught on by now, these episodes are going to be lazy like this where I'm just doing weird stuff. And I'm just going to upload it as is for the most part. I'm going to make sure that I don't say anything weird or like something happens. I'll go through and edit it, or at least review it. And then if something needs to be edited, I will. But for the most part, I'm going to leave this raw like it was a live stream. Let me get some food in my tummy before I drink this next beer. I'll give myself the first 10 minutes of this episode to sit here and fool around. Isn't that wild? First 10 minutes, I do nothing in the video to progress the game. I don't know. It's whatever, and I haven't once checked the audio to see if it's fine, so if it's screwed up, what can I say? These little pizzas are so good. I want to buy like 50 of them and just pig all of them down. Here we go, a sip of this beer. That marks 9 minutes and 30 minutes. 9 minutes and 30 seconds. I was going to give myself the first 10 minutes, but it looks like. Now the question is, do I die again moving forward? Like, first of all, how did this little jump right here smoke me? How did this smoke me? I'm not trying it again because it smoked me once, it'll smoke me twice. Don't get me wrong. But this little gap here got me, which just pisses me off royally. But yeah, we gotta do a few side quests, which this is the part I was hoping to do sooner than this, but hey, you know what? It's fine. I don't mind doing it now. Data. Kill the guy at the location. Location's all the way down there. Let's just fast travel to Old North Church. And we'll head north to fight them. Oh boy. What time of the day is it? It's 12:15. It's weird how just drinking a little bit is almost like I'm having caffeine. Like I'm wide awake. I mean, if I close my eyes, I would go right out. But like, I mean, I'm wide awake and I'm not like, if I blink, it's not like those hard blinks that like if you're tired happen. Okay, let's head up all north. Wait, that doesn't feel north. I kind of have to head. Well, it's northwest. It's northwest, so it's not exactly west, but it felt west. It's more north than west, but hey, it's fine. We'll head on forward. We'll get this out of the way. The Cabot house. The Cabot house. Oh, you scared me, Nick, because of everything else. honestly, I looked at you and knew it was you, and then I shot you anyways because you still scared me. Like, I'm an idiot. That's my bad. I've shot my... Honestly, there could literally be, like, a compilation of me shooting my followers on accident at this point. Heavy pipe pistol. Traveling leather coat. I'll snaggle that on up. Gotta go kill the big bad boss of the West. Let's get a bite of this pizza here.
Bunker Hill. What it lacks in personality, it makes
You there, caravan or raider?
I'm
Just
here
me.
on my own.
Freelance, huh? All right. Come on in, but no gunfire. Market's open. You can do as much trading as you like.
They must want to protect something awful precious.
That one girl's usually here as a trader. A lot of the wandering traders come here. Is she here at this moment in time? Hey, I don't want to help Cabot and all those douchebags. The girl I wanted is not here.
I'm tempted to join the railroad with all this shit.
That one guy that's chasing me, though, I gotta get out of here fast. Crap, I missed my jump.
It's not that. The railroad is the only one standing up to the enemy.
He's probably not still chasing me.
Here's what? Kidnapped. That settlement Lucas Miller was talking about? Wiped out.
Honestly, I want that rest of that pizza, but I feel like I should take a sip of the alcohol before I take another bite of that pizza. It's so good. I wish I had another one. Honestly, I'm happy I had two. At least because the other one does not look as appetizing.
Something.
A level up? Let's see. Do I have anything that I could level up? Level 25 for that. I could upgrade my charisma. Or make my pistols more stronger. Non-automatic pistols do more damage. Means automatic weapons do more. Let's just make pistols do 20% more damage. 20% is a pretty decent amount for pistols to do more damage of. Like, let's see how we can just annihilate this legendary raider. Perfect. He was destroyed. Let's see what this does. 50% more limb damage, and I could turn it into a pistol if I wanted to. With a suppressor. Maybe. Maybe that would be a good idea. I don't know. Oh, this is actually the place I gotta be at. Let's enter in. I'm just gonna eat the rest of this pizza. Screw it.
Hey! Over here! One you walk away from.
Pocketed leather chest piece.
Give up now. Oh, I'll make it quick.
Okay, we killed the leader here. We can just leave. That's all we have to do, and we'll get right on out. I don't know why I went silent there for a moment, but I did, and I just want to call it out as is. Honestly, do I need to call it out at this point? Like, I am... Like, I just poured myself my first glass of water here. First glass of water. Once I drink this beer, I'm chugging this one down, pouring another one, and we are going to sober this one up. Even though I'd rather not. Wouldn't it be interesting to just be able to flip a switch? Like, if they figured out a way to, like, neurologically flip a switch in your head to, like, make you feel this way whenever you wanted. So you could just be like, flip the switch, I want to be numb today until I have to work or whatever. That would be so nice. Too bad you have to drink and do other stuff to feel this way. Because it is... What it is it is, like, subtly pleasant, so... It is what it is. Okay, we're gonna fast travel up to this camp. They're gonna join the Minutemen, and then we're gonna talk to him about maybe letting me help, or maybe him helping me. I might have to do all the Minutemen quests to do that. So
Their history. Now, what do you say about joining the Minutemen? Helping others when they need it.
You helped us, so it'd be pretty ungrateful of us to turn our backs on other folks. If we want things to get better, we've got to start helping each other. So, we're in. You can count on us if you need help down the line. Thanks again, friend.
that's right. We helped y'all out. Okay, another fast travel point. We're gonna go Sanctuary Hills.
Sanctuary. I knew you.
Okay, Preston Harvey.
I'll be happy to help you out as soon as we help out that settlement.
You know that settlement you sent me to help? They've decided to join the Minutemen.
That's great news. I knew you were the right person for the job. By the way, you should have one of these flare guns. You can use it to signal for help from any nearby Minutemen. Not
Thank
much
you.
use yet, but once we have more allied settlements, you'll have help whenever you need it. So, there's something I need to ask you. I guess you know I'm one of the last of the Minutemen. But I never really told you what happened to us.
Are you really the last Minuteman?
Maybe not literally. There must be a lot of former Minutemen out there who gave it up in disgust after the Quincy massacre. But we were the last active group of Minutemen. And now, well, it's just me.
What was the Quincy massacre?
I thought everyone in the Commonwealth knew about that by now. I was with Colonel Hollis's group. A mercenary group called the Gunners was attacking Quincy. The people there called for the Minutemen to help. We were the only ones that came. The other groups, they just turned their backs on us and the folks in Quincy. Only a few of us got out alive. Colonel Hollis was dead, so I ended up in charge of the survivors. We never found a safe place to settle. One disaster after another. You saw how it ended in Concord?
What was the Quincy massacre?
I thought everyone in the Commonwealth knew about that.
I just asked the
I was
same
with
thing
Colonel
twice.
Hollis's group.
Oh?
Only if we never found.
Yeah? I know how it feels to be the last survivor.
Yeah, I guess you do. That's why I'm talking to you. I can't rebuild the Minutemen, but I think you can.
Why can't you lead the Minutemen?
That's not who I am. I can get my men through a firefight. I can defend a perimeter against all odds. But that's not going to be enough to bring the Minutemen back from the brink. We need someone who can bring the whole Commonwealth together in a common cause. And I think you've got it in you to be that leader.
With With you at the helm, the Minutemen could be a big damn deal.
Okay. I'll do it.
Finally, something going the Commonwealth's way.
Good.
On time like that. That's
Good.
why I just said that.
Welcome aboard. I feel like this is a whole new start for the Minutemen and the Commonwealth, too. Don't worry. I'll be right beside you all the way, General.
So if I'm a general, where's my army?
You're looking at it, I'm afraid. But I wasn't joking when I called you that. The leader of the Minutemen has always held the rank of general. Our last leader was General Becker. After he died back in '82,
Now
nobody
I'm
could agree
General
on who should
Moore.
take his place. The one good thing about being the last
So
Minuteman
I'm more than the
is
last
there's
general.
no one to argue with me when I say you're the new general. Now it's your job to make it more than an empty title. I've got something a bit different for you.
Got something a bit different for you. Awkward stare.
Our scouts have found a promising spot for a new settlement. The trouble is that some kind of vicious beasts are lairing there. Once you clear it out, set up a radio beacon to let settlers know about it. Before you know it, we'll have a thriving new farm instead of wasteland. We'll take back the Commonwealth, one piece at a time. You wanted help earlier. Some kind of machine to get into the Institute?
Yep.
The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out. This machine can hijack their signal and send me instead.
Teleportation? For real? Wow.
That's
That
all I
would
had to do
explain
with
a lot
for
about how
them
the
is just
Institute
one
manages
quest.
to operate.
That's fine. I'll
If
do
anyone
it.
can make heads or tails of those
Or I
plans,
did
it'd
it.
be Sturgis. I haven't found anything yet that he couldn't build or fix.
Hey.
You make me
let me
general
ask
and it's
you
over.
something.
Is something wrong?
Well, I sort of had the same question. It's just, with everything that's happened with you and your family, it's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
I don't know, Nick. My family's in tatters. I've been dropped into this place where everything's trying to kill me. You tell me.
Well, I'd expect you to feel lost, scared, and mad as hell. I sure did. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out of anywhere else in the Commonwealth. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe more. The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point, and folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water. But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
Massacre of the CPG? What's that?
The Commonwealth Provisional Government. Years back, a group of settlements tried to get together and form a coalition. Every settlement with even a hint of clout sent representatives to try and hash out an agreement. Only the Institute sent a representative of their own, a synth. The man killed every rep at the talks. The Commonwealth Provisional Government was over before it even got off the ground. I took up in town not long after. I was damn lucky they didn't just tell me to scram right then and there.
Why'd they let you in?
Because I'd rescued the mayor's daughter. Gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of Henry Roberts. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand she'd, known for an evening. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing, just stumbled on a crying girl and 4 toughs. I took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero, offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested, said I was a spy, but he wouldn't have it. Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was, and people seemed to warm to that.
You're not a spy, right? Testing, hello. Institute, can you hear me?
Hell if I know. If I am, the Institute's plan to gather intel on all the runaways of the Commonwealth has been going off without a hitch.
You took down 4 guys by yourself?
Well, I didn't have to. Back then, synths were even more of an unknown quantity than they are today. I told them I was rigged to explode and started going beep, beep, beep. Hardest part of that rescue was keeping from laughing as they climbed over each other to get away.
Was it hard settling in?
Well, they sure didn't make it easy. I started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. I got more banged up being Diamond City's handyman than I ever did living out in the ruins. But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing. Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth. An upset father decides moving him and the kids to Good Neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb. Go get Nick. After a while, the jobs got so backed up, they didn't even ask me to do the handyman stuff anymore. Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the Synth, but it was Nick the Detective folks came to see. It was about then that things finally started feeling normal. It took me a long time to realize that home is where you make it. And with some time and effort, this place can be home for you, too. That's a long story, but I hope it helps. Want to get moving?
See, that's why the followers in Fallout are just so much better than anything in Skyrim, is they actually feel like they have a moment with you. And it's like, because otherwise, in Skyrim, it just feels like they just say things at you. In this game, it feels like you're growing a bond with them, and like you get to hear more about their story and everything like that. They have whole lives and even
Preston
some
thought you
quests
might be
and
able
a
to
perk you
figure out
get at
these
the
plans
end.
for me.
Sure thing.
It's
Let's see
so
what you
good
got.
how they did followers.
Do you think you can build this?
Wow, what a mess. Looks like encrypted RF transmissions. Okay, so that gets routed through... What the hell? Teleportation. This is some pretty crazy shit.
I'm saying what the
You
hell
sure
on
it's
that.
for real?
It's real. I got it from an ex-Institute scientist.
Seriously? I didn't know you could be an ex-Institute anything and still be breathing. Anyway, the eggheads never think about the nuts and bolts of actually making something work. But, looks like it's all here. Yeah, I'm gonna need some time to study this thing. The handwriting's pretty hard to make out. But, you can get started on what he calls a stabilized reflector platform. It'll need some pretty high-grade metals, but it's basically not that different than the lining of a jet engine or something like that.
Can you give me a list of what I'll need to build this platform?
Yeah, sure. Here's a list of what you'll need for the first piece. I'm pretty sure we've got all that at Sanctuary, if you want to build it there. While you're working on that, I'll get busy figuring out how to actually build the rest of this thing. Keep in mind, I can already see this is going to take a crazy amount of...
Yeah, it's gonna take a crazy amount of time. We're just gonna delete this house here. And we're gonna go to this quest items crafting. I don't know where quest items are. Special. Plop this bad boy down. Now we gotta talk to Sturgis. I built the
Hey,
first
Sturgis.
piece.
How's it
Where do you want
going?
me to go next?
Did you find a good spot to build your signal interceptor?
Yes.
Yeah. Ready to build the rest of it.
Good. I think I got a handle on this crazy contraption.
That fast.
At least as much as I can
It's already
tell.
ready.
Well, until we actually try to build it, here's a list of 3 things that may be harder to find. I think I'll be able to pull together everything else we're gonna need. I'll meet you over at the building site and see if we can actually make this thing work.
Thanks, Sturgis. I'll get right on this.
Good deal. One thing to keep in mind while you're building this, it all needs to be wired together so all the pieces can talk to each other. I'll see you over at the building site. Good luck.
He's the engineer. Go ahead and build it for me. Why am I the one building it? Goodness. I actually was able to build it all. I have all the parts I need. That's more than what I thought would happen.
This isn't gonna do anything without power. This isn't gonna do anything without power.
You willing to do some work?
This isn't gonna do anything without power.
That takes 20. Oh my goodness. 5, 10, 15. Oh, I'm going to need a lot of these. That's 20. That's more. Five, 10, 25.
This isn't gonna do anything without power.
One more generator. Goodness. Maybe in the updates it's not as powerful as that, but yeah, that is wild. Completed. Talk to Surges. Okay.
Everything looks
We got
good
it all
on my
powered
end.
up and ready.
You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Shouldn't we test it first?
I wish we could, but we've only got the one frequency code. There's no way to test it without actually jacking into the Institute signal. And as soon as we do that, we've used our one and only chance. As soon as the Institute figures out what we did, and I gotta believe those brainiacs won't be caught napping twice, that code we've got is useless.
Let's do this.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Okay.
Let's go to the Institute.
Your
I'm
part
ready.
is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens.
Alright, looks like we built all of this.
I'm ready when you are.
It's kind of a crazy build that I did. Alright, I'm ready.
Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're
Where'd he
up
go?
to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that
Oh,
will
there he is.
scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay.
So for decoration,
Scanning
alright.
for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
And here we go to the Institute. Oh, level up. Let's go. Let's go. Level up. Gotta be level 25 for that. 23 for some more sneak. 31 for that. Okay. About some pistol damage. Goes from 20 to 40%. Oh, I kind of want to grab it. You know what? Screw it. We're grabbing the next pistol damage. The inside job. We are now in the Institute. This is where you teleport in from? Interesting. I've got to be impressed that I made it this far, right? Courser chip data, Gronk, log, network scanner. Initiate network scan, complete. Give the holotape to Sturges. Alright, we made it to the Institute.
Hello.
Remember my first time
wondered if
coming
you
here, it
might
was so
make it here.
crazy
You're quite resourceful.
and exciting.
Busted.
I am known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face.
Well, let's
Please.
do it, old man.
Step into the elevator.
Sweet. Activate that right up immediately. Click the button. Come on. Oh, there we go. Oh, we're going down.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Please, Sean. I'm your father. Talk to me. Just open the door.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Go. I don't know why this guy
Sean.
also reminds me of somebody I know.
23, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child, he's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute, just as you mean to your son, to Sean.
It's sideways. It's still a little sideways. Whatever.
Just help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Oh, come on. That's crazy.
I assure you, I am completely sane and entirely honest. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the sun. You'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am. Raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
I don't expect you to understand or agree with the decision. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
What would you have me say? The world is a dangerous place. Although I think maybe it always was. It's just a bit more honest about it now. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But, Director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position. Obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, I am. It would benefit us both to work together.
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience.
Hopefully I don't have to go and yap
Lee
to them
in
all.
Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
So you want to discuss what's next after doing that nonsense? I don't know if I want to go and yap to them all. It's the Institute, and they don't have anything interesting to say. Other than all the stuff I can steal while I'm in here. I got good stuff to steal.
You call this a clean floor? Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the crime it does?
I'm thinking I might just go and yap to all of them off recording.
I'm not scared of the surface.
And then we'll just continue once I'm done yapping to them. Because they don't really say very much interesting stuff. They're just like, yeah, this is bioscience. Yeah, this is our weapon science. Yeah, this is the next science. Like, it's not...
As the Institute's requisition vendor,
It's nothing, it's nothing game breaking.
on the surface. How may I assist you today?
I'll take a look, sure.
Let's see what the legendaries are on this guy. Faster fire rate and faster reload. I do love this gun here. Too bad the ammo is really hard to get in this game. Enemies have a harder time detecting you while you're sneaking. Agility grants energy and resistance. Lower your health. Increases action point refresh. I do like the plasma sniper. Shotgun. all the synth pieces.
I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past
Yeah, I think I might do that. We'll see. I'm going to end it here for now. Anyways, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next one. It's getting pretty close to me just resting, and then we're going to do the rest of it sober, but maybe I can beat this game in time. We'll see.